Okay, so we want to talk about cost management, budgets, and alerts. So I will just give an overview of it. So under your management, you have something called cost analysis. I hope we talked about it when we were explaining management group subscriptions, and we said that the cost implications and payment methods are done under the subscription on subscription basis. Good. So this is our subscription here. We have cost analysis. Let me show you. Okay. So cost analysis, as I explained earlier, is that cost analysis contains, okay, how much has my spending been? Do we get what I'm trying to say? How much has my spending been? What did I spend? Uh my forecast, meaning that going on this trajectory, how much will I spend at this particular time? For instance, based on going on this trajectory, by this day, at this time, my spending would have gotten to $140. Today, my spending is 117. Can you see it? My forecast to on the 14th, my spending is going to what? Get to 114. Looking at on the 12th, my spending will get to 131. So when I can see my present spending and my forecast, I can now say, okay, I don't want my spending to get to this amount. I can now make right decisions looking at my cost analysis. Okay, what resources are consuming more cost? I can categorize it based on um, service name. I can categorize it based on different analytics. I mean, by service there, by tag, by the resources. I can categorize it. Okay, let me categorize it here based on the resource. So we can see, based on the resource, here I can say that this particular resource consumes more than every other resource. Do you get it? I can now go and look at the other resources that are there also and say, okay, this particular resource also consumes more than the other resource and make right decision about it. For instance, I can say, okay, at this point, this particular resource is consuming $4. This particular resource is consuming $17. This particular resource is consuming $18. I can now say, okay, should I I'm coming, please guys, give me a minute. I can now say, should I remove this? Should I remove this particular resource out of it or not? So those are some little decisions that uh, I make with my cost analysis. The next thing again I want to talk about here is please. The next thing again I want to talk about in here is I want to talk about uh, location. How you can categorize it based on location. You can categorize it based on resource group. Which resource group that has resources that consumes more, and so on. Good. Next thing is cost alert. Cost alert talks about, okay, when my resources get to a particular point, I want to receive an alert. Like for instance, we checked our forecast that on the 4th, the resource, my cost alert, on the 4th, my cost alert will get to $140. I can now create a, a alert that once my resource get to $130, please send me an email. Do you get it? Or I can say maybe when it gets to $125, send me a notification. So that is what alert really does. The next thing again is budget. So what budget means that, okay, what's my budget for this month? What do I want to spend for this month? You understand? For this time period, from this to this time, this is like now you can see my budget for the past how many months. I can say, okay, for last month, I spent this. My max in the past 7 months is this. My monthly max forecast is this. So I can now make my budget and say, okay, next in February, this should be my budget. You get it? In March, this should be my budget. I can now use that to make right decisions on my spending, and also the resources that I should allow to still remain in Azure, or the new resources I need to make. So these are management decisions also. Next thing again, I think that's the major three things that we should talk about. The advisor recommendation is Microsoft just giving you recommendation based on your costs. Do we get it? Just okay, you are spending this and this and this and this at a particular period of time. Based on your cost, Microsoft is recommending that you should do this, or do that. That is what's called advisory. You understand? And you can come back here and review it based on that. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.